You? So, obob, or better organized builders. So meet Bob. Bob is a builder. And he and his team are working across many, many construction sites. And in order to communicate, and in order to collaborate, they use photos. So photos are a lot to find on Bob's mobile phone. And in order to find the right ones, he would need to know what they are about. He needs them to invoice, and he needs them to for legislative reasons, legal reasons, and of course in order to protect himself. Now, all his colleagues are also accumulating all the photos for him to search. Now, he went through a lot of different tools. So he went through WhatsApp and Dropbox, and regardless of if they are okay or not for him to use, they are very quick to set up, but the problem is then finding the photos and understanding what the photos are. So Bob came to us, and we developed the photo app for him. What we do is that we actually collect all the contextual data we find, so who, where, what, and when, put it into the photo, so we make the photo larger, make a new photo, and make it readable. Therefore, if you send the photo, the other person can immediately see what this is about, and what the photo will tell you. And of course, as a photo that's readable, it's also then findable. You can find the photo by simply browsing through it, a few letters, and there you are. Now, there are about 250,000 Bobs, or Bob teams, in Germany. And there are over 20 million, roughly estimated, worldwide. So will the small team of obob pay for us? Probably not. But the bigger his team is, the more likely Bob is to pay us. And of course, we have the data. Now, there is a competitive environment, and as I mentioned, there are also some old school solutions. And the old school solutions is a very fragmented market of about 300 sector-focused solutions. Even the electricians sector has about 12 or a couple of dozen solutions. Now, in our competitive space, we are the only one who really focus on photos. So photo technology, photo readability, and therefore value-added service for photos and images. So until now, we have developed the Android application. We have onboarded pilot users, and very soon we will get off with the iOS version. Bob, by the way, is very likely to have an iPhone, and his people are very likely to have an Android phone. So what we're seeking now is actually to get a seed investment, and you maybe hopefully to join us, in order to develop the team, the product, and of course get more people on board. We have been already around for about a year. We have been covered by Handwerks Magazine. And so in order to present to you the team from left to right, there is Kilja, who's then our business developer. Tim is leading the development team, and myself, I'm the product guy. Thank you.
Thank you. Time for questions. Do you think your product is enough? Like, from a value chain perspective, I mean, there is more than just taking photos as a craftsman. Do you think this relatively small key factor is enough to convince craftsmen all over Germany to download your app, or do you need more to convince them?
Well, first of all, it's a big pain. So they are spending often hours per week sorting through photos, and if you yourself think about, let's say, this photo of that wall, and then you have hundreds or dozens of these photos, and it's really taking a lot of time. And secondly, yes, of course, there is, and within the photo market or within photo readability, there's a lot to do. AI, just to think about it, augmented reality, etc. So with the photo data, and of course the knowledge where the person is that takes the photo. So for example, is he a painter? Then we know that he's in a certain process within the building. We can do quite a bit.
Yeah, spinning this a bit further, I could also imagine that you could actually integrate an entire workflow documentation, billing, assurance, appraisal, if there's complaints, all of that. So have you been thinking about it or done some custom development about that with your pilot customers so far?
So yes, of course, we've been thinking about it. But first of all, we believe that the photo market itself is huge. And it needs to be simple. And secondly, we want to be in an environment to work with other companies. So we will not be able to develop everything ourselves. So for example, regarding planning or regarding even augmented reality or object recognition, we believe it's very good to work with collaborators. So the more simple and the more focused we are, and the easier it is to exchange with other players on the market.
What would you need augmented reality for now in this document? What would you need augmented reality for in this documentation process?
Well, for example, before and after photos, so to see what it was about. Then photos to place them in the cloud for BIM, for building information modeling, to say that okay, this is the actual photo, the 360 photo, and we can then place the repairs or what's behind the wall, stuff like that. And then, of course, you can use AI, augmented reality, in order to adjust. Let's say you have a certain electrician part to do. Then we could tell you, well, it's very likely that you have this and this product. So you are in that state. So here are these legislations that could help you or that you need to comply with.
I completely agree with my neighbors, let's say it this way, but I would also guess there's a bigger market potential if you would add somehow installation plans that could be matched with the photos, and then you can see, was it installed according to the plan, for example, or is there a mistake? Because I can tell you, right now I'm in a construction period with my new home, and the electrician was using a plan that was half a year old. We changed it, I believe, 6 times. And now the mass is very big, and it costs a lot of money to fix this, just because the guy who was on the construction site was not having the proper document on his hands. And I could imagine that this could create a very high value.
Yes, certainly for project owners or developers, that is the thing that they need to include. But for the mapping, it's the same for 3D mapping. So we will be, if we can connect to a map, we will be able to connect photos to a map. So the mapping feature is something that we certainly think about how to solve it in a very easy way, because don't forget that most construction sites often don't have even a map. Right? All the renovations, they don't have a map. And so we are working also with other people and other startups that create 3D maps from buildings that don't have any maps anymore.